Welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about what it means to become a technical diver. The first thing we need to understand is what is technical diving and how it is different from recreational diving. Recreational diving means using equipment and procedure to explore an underwater environment with a direct access to the surface and without mandatory stops. Technical diving, instead, is the use of special equipment and special procedure to accomplish a mission in underwater environment where we have a ceiling. The ceiling can be real or can be virtual. A physical ceiling, guys, it's a ceiling, okay? So you go cave diving, go in a mine, you go ice diving, and you cannot go to the surface because rocks or very hard water. A virtual ceiling is just your decompression obligation. So you gotta do decompression because if you go up, you get bent, you're gonna hyperbaric chamber, and your life is gonna suck. The concept of a mission is the reason why you go diving. Can also be just for fun, even in technical diving, but you're still gonna have objectives and parameters that you want to follow. So it's not only photography, exploration, or survey, or very complex operation. The dive profile itself can become the objective you want to accomplish during your mission. So even fun diving is still a mission in technical diving. The next thing we want to see is what is a technical course. Now, there are two kinds of programs. There are equipment qualification courses and extended range courses. An equipment qualification course is when we learn how to use back mount, side mount, CCR, dry suit, DPV, and we do it within the limits of our current certification. An extended range course instead is when we learn how to go deeper or further into an overhead environment like technical diver, cave diver, or technical cave diver, when you learn how to do decompression in a cave. It's possible to combine equipment qualification courses with extended range courses. For example, when we receive recreational divers who want to become cave divers, what do? Open water side mount together with the cave course. Very good integration, and you're ready to use the perfect equipment for that specific environment. It's very important to keep this simple rule in mind. The environment and the mission determines the equipment and the procedures. So there is never gonna be a perfect equipment that works everywhere. Side mount is better for cave diving because you can fit into small hole or remove your tanks and do all the bullshit you want. Where, for example, on a boat with waves and current, my personal and professional opinion is that twin set back mount is more functional. That said, start fighting in the comment is more your problem than mine, because that's just what I think, okay? And now, guys, the most important questions of them all. Why do people want to become tech divers? Guys, why do you want to do this to yourself? You really have money pouring out of your pockets and you want to throw it into the endless pit. That's why you want to do it. Because you're masochist. We can look for an inner experience, a personal challenge, pushing our limits. Or we want to have an outer experience, which means maybe we have just a need for the exploration. We want to admire the environment. Most of the time it's both, okay? I want to push my limits and see cool stuff. It's important that the instructor understands the student and orients him towards the program that fits better his goals. Your journey is going to evolve and the ending is open, because you might start with open water decompression and then you might go into cave diving, or vice versa. That's the beauty of it. There are so many options where you can express yourself and be happy and give finally a meaning to your life. Most recreational divers, including myself when I started, we are thinking always about what the instructor or the guide can do for us if something goes wrong. We usually rely on a professional almost for everything, and we don't really know what you're capable of. So when we start a course, we think, okay, maybe I'm not perfect, but I know more or less how to swim, how to control my buoyancy. I think I might be a decent diver. If you still are the kind of diver who relies on the guide to do everything, forget about approaching technical diving. If you are the recreational diver who is already used to plan and execute his dive plan with his body, so if you have situational awareness and self-awareness, then yes, you might start to approach technical diving. And the final question we want to answer is, what happens when you start a technical course? On the first days of your course, day number 1, 2, 3, sometimes also number 4, you're gonna feel like you forgot how to control your buoyancy, even how to breathe. The struggle will start. You're gonna die in training. You're gonna cause the death of your teammates in these training scenarios because you're gonna make basic mistakes you didn't even expect to make. You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna feel stupid. You're not stupid. I'm not stupid, but you're gonna feel like you are. You're gonna cause problems. They're gonna escalate into accidents. We are gonna die, the team is gonna die, it's gonna be a fucking tragedy at the beginning of your cave course. And it has to be like this. Your ego must be shattered. You're gonna feel like a useless bag of meat, incapable of focusing, incapable of controlling your extremities when you start to do these very complex tasks. This is the moment where you're either gonna give up or you're gonna keep going. If we didn't give up and we keep pushing through, we will accept stress. We will learn that fear is normal because we're just humans. And then we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel because we're not gonna focus only on the problems we create. We're gonna focus on finding a solution. We start to focus on what is really important. The two most important aspects are safety and the mission. We must and we will want to be fair to our team and efficient in achieving our objectives. The inner and outer experience, pushing your own limits, having fun looking at the cave, it's still there, but they're gonna become secondary to your team and to your mission. Thanks to this feeling of responsibility, we're gonna reach a new level of focus and determination that comes from our hearts and is directed towards the people and the activity that we're doing. We are finally gonna get things right. We're gonna start to solve problems, take decisions under stress, help the divers in need. We're gonna let our feeling roaming in the background. We're gonna elaborate them later, and we're gonna just focus on the task. Now that we are finishing our course, we don't think anymore, what can instructor do for us? What we think is, what can we do for our team? How can I contribute to our mission? We will become capable of doing incredible things we didn't even know they were possible. We are not just divers anymore. We are team leaders and decision makers.